Well, hello there, everyone. And how are you guys today? Well, I decided to come on and read about rosé because there has been an article that was posted recently. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but apparently, okay, over here, apparently Rosé has been in a relationship for 4 years and she kept that a secret? If you guys did not see that video, that article, I will put a link. Actually, I think I will put that in the comments and pin it to the top so you guys can see that article if you guys have not read that for yourself. It came out on July 5th. So let's find out. And don't worry, baby Crone got the main female out today. She made sure to pick in advance, pick out the card in advance so I didn't have to search it and then have to shuffle the deck all over again. So here we go. Let's see. Rosé has allegedly has been dating this actor for 4 years. They've posted pictures in similar locations with similar poses and apparently similar clothing. You know, matchy couples, but we got to keep it a secret. I'm excited to see what this is going to be. I didn't pick the main male because I'm waiting to see if he will pop up naturally on his own to really see if there is a man in her life. And I sure hope so it does, because it has been a common theme here. If you guys have not, or if you guys have been watching our videos on Rosé before I picked up on K-pop, my mom, Mama Crone, she had done some readings on Rosé, and it seemed to be like there was a man in her life that she could have been stressing out about while touring for Blackpink. And like we said, if this is true, that would make a lot of sense. A secret relationship for 4 years. That means she had to suffer in secrecy. Of course, you know the girls of Blackpink are going to know. So let's pick a card. I am pretty sure a card flipped over in here, but we'll see if we'll get to that. So this is our main woman. So we're going to put Rosé in the middle. Okay, we have a child card. Very interesting. Jurisdiction. All right. Oh, yeah. Oy. Well, we didn't need the main man to pop up for this reading, but it definitely... Okay, so let me show you what I see first. So the cards that are immediately surrounding Rosé. Beneath her, we have the privileged lady. Next to her, we have the child. Well, this will be in front of her. She has the child. And then behind her, she has jurisdiction. And then above her, she does have bad health. But that doesn't mean anything. And then the cards that are in the four corners, at the bottom left-hand corner, we have occupation. Bottom right-hand corner, we have the lovers. In the top left corner, we have the courtship. And then in the top right corner, we have courthouse. Now, what do I see in Rosé's sight? We see the child, which symbolizes new beginnings, actually. So we see new beginnings in front of Rosé. Maybe this seems to be a common theme for the Blackpink girls. Now that they are, especially because she has signed to the Black label. So maybe having a new management, having a new label is going to help Rosé feel that creative energy in her, that love for music that she has, that got her into trying to become an idol. It was her dream since the beginning to be a artist and make the kind of music that she wants. And Blackpink was just that stepping stone. So now that she's going solo, she's seeing new beginnings in front of her. She's excited. It's bringing her joy. She has that inner child or that youthfulness coming back alive in her. She's just feeling her moment right now. And right behind her, we have jurisdiction, which means there are some people judging her, or she could be judging herself, and she's trying to put these, well, basically, when you think of jurisdiction, somebody's going to rule or give you a sentence or weigh out your behaviors and see what is the proper way to reward this. And because this is behind her, this is something that she had to use to deal with. She had to use to deal with the labels making her decision, her having to be under constant, what do we say? Constant weighing and check-ins, constantly being under somebody's watch. So because of that, that has put some effect into her, because right above her head, which is all about that mental, we have bad health. And this simply could mean, in this case, her mental health is not the healthiest, which could also lead to physical ailments. But keeping with the fact that this is above her head and this is her mental, right now she is struggling mentally with this bad health. And the reason for this is because it's supposed to be above her head. And then, let me rearrange these cards real quick. So in the past, all this constant judgment, constant weighing in, people saying what and dictating basically the way Rosé should do things, has now affected her mentally. And because of that, it is weighing on her, catching up on her. And underneath that, what's like the base of Rosé is the privileged woman. So she has a friend there. Maybe this could be Jisoo, because somebody did want to know Jisoo and Rosé's relationship. And I see somebody, the privileged lady, in comparison to this, because it seems like Rosé is in a relationship. We're going to say that this actor that she has allegedly been dating for 4 years is her significant other. So in that sense, this woman wouldn't symbolize another lover in the same sex, but therefore represent somebody who's really close to her, a best friend, somebody within her age group. And I feel like this will be Rosé. Maybe Jisoo and Rosé are close, and then Lisa or Jenny are close, So looking at I think I'm going to look what's underneath Rosé right now. And what's underneath Rosé is occupation, which is all about working. And what was right above occupation was that jurisdiction, somebody always ruling over, judging her occupation and what she did. But right above that, so I guess I'm reading in her past now, and these are the cards that were in her past. We have the courtship, which symbolizes the start of a relationship. And because this is in the past, and she has been in Blackpink for about 7-8 years now. So that means towards the very beginning of Blackpink, or when Blackpink was starting to reach their prime, she was having some type of courtship with this guy that she has allegedly been dating for 4 years, where there is no physical evidence of them being physically together, but they have posted heads, and it seems like it's all about a mind game, right? So in her mind, because this is also the top row represents her head. So because of this, in the past and her future, she was focused on this courtship, forming this love ship, while also forming a love relationship with her work as well, because this is also about her occupation. However, there just seems to be some type of figure right there that's judging it. Maybe she could have been with somebody that could get her and understand her, and then maybe doesn't judge her decisions. Or maybe it could just simply be the fact that the label was trying to keep this relationship a secret, so they were judging Rosé and maybe putting Rosé under some harder stress just because she's in dating, how it is in K-pop. Especially if they're going to keep it a secret, they're just like, just don't let it come in between, don't let this come in between your work, you know, whatever this love is. And then as I had read in her current present, this is Rose, a friend, a close friend that she finds confidence in. Could be Ginny, it could be Rose. And then we have right above her, so maybe there is somebody close with that's close with her still, probably in Korea maybe. I'm not sure where Rose is at the moment. But at this time, there is somebody there to help her, talk to her about her health, maybe try to like bring it to her attention without trying to be too sensitive. It's that kind of friend that knows how to maybe dance around the subject because they really care for you, really want to look out for you. And maybe that's like somebody that's like her confidant, where she could talk about what's stressing her out, and that person could try to soothe whatever those stresses are within Rose. However, in the very future, we see a courthouse, which symbolizes, again, with jurisdiction, about somebody being controlling and setting the tone. And we have this child card right here. And then we have the lovers right underneath here. So what I see is right above her head and in the head space, we have the courthouse. So maybe there's something, I'm not sure if there's some like legal battle, or it is, because this is going to be in her future. I'm not sure if there's going to be some type of like legal battle, or maybe she could sue for, what do you call it? Emotional distress, and get emotional distress from working underneath this label. Who knows? Maybe she wants to get some justice and recompensation. But whatever it is, we see the courthouse. Maybe Rose is finally taking the initiative to control her life and her destiny. Because at first, they were on equal levels together, and it was something behind her. So that was somebody in her past. That was like somebody, hold up, like this. Yes, it's like this. This was somebody in her past that was making her decisions, and now she's moving forward to make her own decisions. And now she has the creative thought, the creative energy, the creative power to make her dream a reality. She no longer needs somebody to do it for her. So she's taking charge of her musical career now. That's good to hear. And then at the very bottom, we have the lovers. So that still symbolizes that she may still be in a love relationship in the future, and whoever this person is that she has known for 4 years, allegedly, they are here to stick around. Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh. All right. I'm going to shuffle the cards real quick, and I'm going to do a reading on, since the main female and the privileged lady popped up, I'll pick out the other cards. That's what I usually do. Since that popped out, that's a good segue into Jisoo and Rose's relationship. So, to whoever wanted this reading, it's a side bonus. I did not think Jisoo was going to pop up, actually. So, let's see. Okay, what I want to know is, how is Jisoo and what is like the energy of Rose and Jisoo's relationship? Like, are they the best of friends? Is she her confidant? Is that somebody she can talk to? Is that somebody that she can maybe even relate to? Like, what's going on between Jisoo and Rose? Okay. We have the ship card. We have the lovers. And we have the mice. I'm just letting that process for a second. Main woman, Rose sometimes can represent in a same-sex relationship their partner, or if this is a heterosexual, represents their best friend. But then Lovers was right next to her. And I didn't think about it. I was just like, no, Rose and Jisoo can't be lovers. No. Right? And then when I pulled out a card to say, what is the nature of their relationship? Like, are they confidants? Are they like each other's ride or die? Lovers pop up again. Did I find a secret love relationship I just wasn't expecting to find out? But I'm just going to try to keep it rolling here. I almost don't want to acknowledge it because I'm in disbelief and just never would have saw that. So we have the ship card. So with Rose and Jisoo, they are both setting on a journey together. Remember, Blackpink is currently doing solo careers. We'll see if they come back in 2025. But they are currently off doing their careers, doing, maybe even going on trips together. Maybe making business or money moves behind the scenes. But then we have the lovers. Then we have the lovers. And then we have the mice. We have the mice eating away at the lovers. Like, it's almost something that she's not trying to like come to terms with. And this could also just mean they're shipping off together, like a eloping. I don't know. I literally don't know, and I'm not going to touch that anymore. I hope you got your information about what you wanted about Jisoo and Rose. I'm just going to move on back to Rose. So, what I want to know is, what does this courthouse symbolize for Rose? What could this... A courthouse could also symbolize contracts. So let's see what this courthouse symbolizes. The apples, the burden, and the letter, which can sometimes symbolize signing contracts. So we have the wise old owl's stress all up in her mind, because the owls do fly high and they are prey. So like I said, Rose is all up in her mind, really trying to make the wise decision on what to do with her career next. Because if we look at it on a diagonal real quick, hold up. We have the courthouse, which is about making things official and passing things. And then we have Rose, and then we have her occupation. And like I said beforehand, she used to have somebody else be her jurisdiction, but now she's being her own courthouse and doing it her way. So we have the wise old owls making decisions, but also stress. Maybe probably a little too stressed about it because it's right next to the that health card. So she could be really taking out the stress and trying to be like almost like a perfectionist at whatever this business career move that she's trying to do, especially because I know Rose really, really wanted to be a artist, and she just dreamed of this. And like when we heard her finally do her solo for like at the very beginning, it was beautiful. It almost felt like Rose a little bit. But if we can get more of that, she's happy to express the kind of style and music that she wants, especially now that she's getting older. And however, like I was actually just saying, whatever this courthouse is, and going back, just I'm going to read them together. A burden about signing a contract, or maybe writing a letter, sending a message. And the message card has been popping up in all these girls' readings. There's some message that's going to get through. And surprisingly, there's no message in, because when I read these cards, it's the message card never came out. However, with the rest of the girls, like with Ginny and Lisa, the message and the message of concern seem to pop out for both of them. And this one right here, it's Rose writing this letter or writing this concern. Who knows? I have no idea. Like I said in these last readings, I am not sure what this burden, what this message of concern, what this letter could contain. Whatever it is, it's probably going to be hefty and heavy. Something that's been weighing on Rose to make a decision about something. And whatever this courthouse, and this all has to deal with what this courthouse symbolizes. So whatever she's planning to make a full decision to commit to, take over, pass, make it official, it's going to seem like it's going to come at some type of cost if she doesn't seem to stop stressing herself out mentally, it seems like. And who knows? Maybe it could also be over lovers too, because the courthouse is right above the lovers with this child right here. And I was talking about how this child is about Rose reconnecting with her and her child, her love for music, and having a new start. You know? Going back to the elope theory. Lovers next to Jisoo. I shouldn't have picked Jisoo for that card. But Jisoo apparently right here next to the lovers. And this child represents a new start. Maybe she'll come out as lovers in that sense and elope, get official, married. If it's not marriage, because the marriage card is not there, and I couldn't imagine this being a struggle for her to do. Well, I could understand the struggle behind doing something, being so public and bold and making something official, but I just can't understand how fully being herself, if that's the case, is going to be a burden. You know, I feel like that would be a burden lifted. But that would go in theme with courtship. That means that was the beginning of a budding relationship. And this was in the past. And I assumed it was this guy that she had been allegedly dating for 4 years. And that would have been like baby years of Blackpink, like I said. And then some bad health came along. Y'all understand that. Maybe it could be her mental health. And then we move forward into the courthouse about making something official. Making something official, this love possibly in the future, after stressing herself to no end about trying to keep something private or secret. Well, since this is Rose's reading, let's find out what is this bad health card representing? Okay. Represents the clouds. Represents the clover. It represents death. Well, coffin. Let's change that right quick. So this bad health represents some clouds. You know, having a foggy mental, cloudy mental, not thinking clearly. And with the clover right next to the cards, the clover is not lucky at all. So therefore, she is, it would almost seem like she's struggling to overcome this mental barrier that's stressing her out and got her thinking. And could be affecting her, because when you have things, what is it called? When you have things inwardly, eventually, if it takes long enough, it's going to find its way to manifest. It's something you can find out about medical astrology. However, the ending, or well, not the ending, but the overall energy is that she has to be able to let something go, drop whatever this is that could be burdening her, and move forward from it. But she just has to get through this cloud first, and she can get through this cloud. It's going to be good, as long as she doesn't fall back into those patterns. Maybe she could be like doing something that's triggering, and when you do something triggering and you think that you have it all together, it's just going to cause more problems and maybe even more trauma and stuff like that. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading about Rose and apparently Rose and Jisoo's relationship or friendship. So with that being said, yeah, we talked about her love life, talked about her career, and of course, it is definitely true. We talked about her health. There is definitely, according to the cards, there's something wrong with Rose's health. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and let's just put it up for Rose and her health, because she needs it, and hopefully she can be able to let go, let loose, and, you know, like they say, shake it off. And maybe with her best friend Jisoo there, or her companion or her confidant Jisoo there, she'll be able to help talk to her, soothe her, and, you know, all that good jizz, and help Rose get through this dark period in her life. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading about Rose and apparently Jisoo. And with that being said, sunflowers!